How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good. Congratulations on Ant-Man and The Wasp. I absolutely loved it. It was just so fun. It's just the only word I can use to describe it. It was just fun to see.
I'll take it.
Which MCU movie is your favorite that you were not directly involved in?
Wow, my favorite. I have to go back to the first Iron Man, because I think what Jon Favreau and Robert Downey Jr. did in that movie really kind of set the general template. It was 10 years ago, and it is kind of like, I think people forget that there was a certain point where the idea of mixing any kind of comedic element with this kind of story, that was just death at the box office. People, well, no, this has got to play straight. We can't be funny with it. And I think Downey, particularly as Tony Stark, created this general tone of what Marvel and the MCU turned out to be. Yeah, like if you look back now, it does seem like second nature. It's like, of course, that was going to work out. Yeah,
like, it's Robert Downey Jr., but at the time, he was like, most people were like, who's Robert Downey Jr.?
It was
Who's
tricky.
Iron Man?
Yeah, no, at the time, casting him in that role was a pretty bold choice.
Was there any difficult casting decisions for Ant-Man and the Wasp? You're like, will we run a risk and pick this person, or were they all just natural choices?
I think they were sort of the risky part for me was I knew who I wanted. I knew I wanted Michelle Pfeiffer. I knew I wanted Lawrence Fishburne. I did not know if they would say yes.
Sure.
You know, Michelle in particular, because I just, she hadn't done this type of movie since Batman Returns, and I just didn't know what her appetite for playing this type of character was. I met with her and kind of talked to her about Janet Van Dyne in the comics, what we wanted to do with the character in this movie, and I was thrilled that she said yes, because I had no backup plan whatsoever.
She was fantastic in it, though, so it all worked out in the end. So,
yes.
And her character is really, really interesting. If, how do I put this? If going forward it goes the way you suspect it might go, or it might not. It depends on how the next movie goes out. But this is the first female in the title.
Yes,
big female presence, obviously, because the Ghost is in there.
Yeah,
and obviously Michelle Pfeiffer as well, as a woman who previously saved the world and potentially could save it again.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any kind of forethought to that, where it's like, let's really push the strong female angle, or did it just kind of happen to work out that way?
Well, I think the stuff we'd set up in the first movie definitely took care of Hope and Janet. We knew we wanted to tell the story of Hope, being Wasp. Finally, she gets the suit, and I'm excited to tell that story and see her in action. And also, we knew we wanted to structure this around a potential rescue of Janet from the quantum realm. With regards to Ghost, we had to find an antagonist in the sort of Marvel comic book canon that it seemed would be interesting to put Ant-Man and Wasp as a team up against, and do something different than we did in the first movie. Ghost, I love the look of the suit, I love the power set, and it struck us, well, let's reinvent this character and do a gender swap, because it makes sense with the theme of our movie, really about fathers and daughters. And really Bill Foster and Ava Starr, though not father and daughter, it's sort of a figurative father-daughter relationship, right? He's really trying to take care of her and help her find a cure. So thematically, it made sense within our movie.
Within the grander scheme of the MCU, when you're making a movie like this, when there's obviously 1,000 other things happening in the background that you have to be super aware of, do you have like a sense of relief when this film comes out where you're like, I can finally talk about the stuff in this film? And has there been a point in like the last few years where you've been so close to saying something, you're like, oh no, I actually
Oh yeah, no, talking about these movies, it's a minefield.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to be the person to accidentally spoil any secret in the MCU, whether it's about my movie or any other one. I mean, because there has to be sort of crosstalk between the various directors and writers of the movies, I definitely know things that are going to happen and things like that, I don't want to get drunk one night and spill the secret somewhere and have it just spread like, well, director Peyton Reed says it. It's like, oh, I mean, that would be the worst thing imaginable, career-wise, I suppose. But mostly as a fan, I don't want to be the person to like spoil something for a fan, because I am a fan.
Yeah. And one final question, and it can be a one-word answer if you like. Do you know how Avengers 4 ends?
I do.
Okay. Okay.
What a satisfying answer.
There's nothing else. We'll just read into your 2 words there,
yeah, exactly.
into potential answers there. Mr. Reed, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Have a great day, man.
Dr. Pym, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost who like walks through walls and stuff. Stole your tech. now she wants to take over the world or whatever.
Who would have believed that in your hour of need, you would turn to us?
Not me.
Because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you.
Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.